Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Friday. Friday. Oh, sorry. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. How's everybody doing? Today's been rather good. Nothing super duper crazy, but just work. Stressed out as always, but glad to, glad it's Friday. And I am glad that I'm able to build again. I know it's been like, what, 2 weeks since I built, which is kind of sad, but we were finally done with the RX 78 Gundam base master grade. We were done with that. The only thing we were waiting for are the water decals, so I'm gonna see if I'm gonna end up doing them whenever they do come in. But other than that, we are starting a new kit today. I have not been able to prep this one at all, other than cutting him out. So I will be sanding today, unfortunately. So there we are. So we are doing the Master Grade Gundam Wing Proto 0. And I'm excited for this one. This kit came out just about the same time as the RX-78 version that we did last stream. It's the same year, so a little worried about the polycaps and the loose joints. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it will be better than the last kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start, I guess. So we'll see how far this goes. I'm gonna start with the head first, and then see if we go to the body. Because I think that would be kind of a good place to start. This kit does have a lot less parts than the previous kit that I did, so hopefully it goes faster. And yeah, if you guys never gone into my stream before, I will let you know. I guess how I normally do things is I cut all the parts into these like containers. I separate it out in each like section, so like the head, the body, and then like the shoulders and the arms are in one. It just makes me go through the kit a lot faster than normal. So that's kind of how I just do things, and it's just my way. If you want to do it this way, great. The only thing is there's a potential loss of part. I've done that before, or like I forget it on the riser. So I always keep my risers until I'm done with the kit, and then once I'm done with the kit, I then throw out the risers just to make sure I didn't like miss anything, because I had an accident before where the part was either on my riser or I threw it away. So just be careful with that if you are doing it this way. And yeah, so I normally just cut them off. Let me zoom in a little. So I use the Tamiya nippers. Use the Tamiya nippers to cut it off of the risers. I normally leave quite a bit of room so that I don't damage the part itself. And then what I do is I then go back through it with my God hands to just take them off. And it's rather smooth. We are going to use the racer today. This is my new way of sanding. It's a lot faster. It does have its quirks, so just be careful of that. We might end up switching to sand paper depending on how close the parts are, because this is tempered glass, so this is not flexible at all. And it's rather thick in size, so if there's sanding that we need into small alleys, then that's going to be an issue, so we'll have to switch to sanding sponges. But we'll just start this off for now. Let's see, what other stuff do we have here? I also have their like there's like sanding partner. It's called a balancer. I normally only use the gray because this will give me a semi-gloss feature instead of the white, which gives you the gloss feature. So if you want it glossy, you can use the white part after you use the light gray. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the head. Hello, hi Adam. How's it going? Go ahead and do this. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Hope everybody's keeping warm. Thankfully I'm on the West Coast, so I have been fine. So we're gonna go ahead, before building it, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start sanding these. And I'm gonna just do it with my God hands. Hopefully it's all gonna be in focus. So I like cut part of it off. I don't do it all the way through now because I have the eraser. So it's nice to have a little bit of the nub left for that. I'm gonna have to move in a little closer. I like to God hands are so freaking amazing. They cut like butter. I'm gonna put those pieces aside. So I'm just gonna go through and cut it all with my God hands first. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, leaving a little bit of the nub mark for the eraser. Again, if you are cutting stuff off of the riser, I recommend you use a nipper that you don't like as much. Because cutting it with the God hands is not a good idea because it just wears the blade a lot faster. That's how I broke my previous one. So now I just use it to kind of cut the thinner parts off. It makes the nipper last faster. I know, aren't they so cool? Let me zoom out. You're so sweet. I'm so glad you guys started doing these stickers because I really like them a lot. So super excited for all the up and coming ones. I'm kind of waiting for a unicorn. So I'm just gonna cut it off. But yeah, hopefully everybody's safe and warm. Again, I'm in LA, so not really getting too much. Crazy weather, at least. I gotta be careful and make sure I'm paying attention to that I'm not cutting off a part that I'm not supposed to, which has happened before. So hopefully this kit goes well. I know it's a older kit, so we'll find out how it goes. Also another thing, if you do have any channel points, we are doing a community challenge, or I guess individual challenges if you wanted to do that, but our community challenge was completed yesterday. One of them was. It's the SDH high grade giveaway, and I'm going to pick either one of those and figure out which one to give away. So just keep an eye out on that. I need to figure out how to kind of do everything on stream. Unicorn's my favorite, so I can't wait until something of that sort comes along. Yeah, channel points. So we already succeeded with that one, so I'm gonna see how I'm gonna run that and when that would be. I am there is right now still one going on that is for tools, so feel free to contribute to that as well. I do need to advertise it on my Instagram. I've been struggling a bit lately. Just a lot of family issues going on. So, just trying to hang in there and figure it out. So these are all the markings. Let me see if I can find. Normally have like the original riser bag to put these in. So give me a sec. Yeah. So I found it. So we have that. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put it this. So I saved this as well because last time when I cut a small piece off, I kind of added it into this and I threw it away. So that is not going to be the case this time. I'm just going to keep it until everything's done and then I'm going to throw everything away. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and use the racer. By far, I like it a lot. So what I normally do is I kind of sandwich it between my, let's see if I can sandwich it between my thumb and my middle finger. And then I kind of use this to kind of anchor it a little bit, and then I just move it back and forth. And like just seeing where I'm at every now and then. Just to make sure not over sanding, because you can definitely over sand with this. Okay, that looks good. These do work really well with flat surfaces. Curved surfaces are okay. It could also be the technique that I'm doing, so. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. You do have to check this every now and then to get all the particles off, because then it makes it not sand as good. We have tons of loud cars, and it doesn't help that our apartment's like right in the front of the street either. It's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm gonna use the balancer. I think this one still has some life left. Look how much I've used it. It catches on parts, so so I like to use the light grade side because I like the semi-gloss, because I'm gonna coat it in matte anyways, so it's not a huge deal. Again, I use my middle and my thumb to kind of like sand whenever I use like longer sanding parts. I'm trying to figure out where I can actually sand. These are great. And then I have their little brush, so I normally just brush it. So this is kind of what I do when I prep my kits, is what I do exactly what I did there. And then I kind of put it back into the box that I have. I just put it back. And then whenever I stream for you guys, I kind of just take it part by part. But since we're going to since I didn't prep it this time around, I'm gonna just leave it off to the side so I remember. I know. I bought an extra pack because I used it so well. So I'm trying not to use the next one until like this is pretty worn down, but it's getting there. It's getting there. There's one right there. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I have to keep an eye on where I'm, because I tend to move when I sand in order to make sure like I see, because I'm blind. I have trouble seeing sometimes. All these parts are looking good. Let's see what's happening in the world other than the middle of the U.S. is just frozen. My husband's family was part of it. They had no power since Sunday? No. When did this happen? Monday-ish? Yeah, it was freaking crazy. They didn't have power. They didn't have water for a while. I think part of his family has water and power now. I think part of his other family only has power. So that's pretty crazy. Kind of just sucks in general, you know, when stuff like that happens. And then thank you for watching. You have a good one. Thank you again for everything. Again, pretty easy. Normally, if I were to just sand it the normal way that I do without using this, I would have to sand it with 400 grit. Sorry, I'm just looking at it real quick to see if I over sanded. 400 grit, and after the 400 grit, I then go and do 600, and then after 600 I then go 4,000, and then after 1,000 I go to 1,500, and then I'm done. So that's 4 sanding stuff multiple times, and that's kind of tiring. So this time now it cuts it down to 2 steps per nub. So, and it's super quick compared to just regular sanding. So go ahead and do that. My stream setup is pretty good today. The lighting's like perfect and everything. It's not too ridiculous. Camera's focusing better today. Today is a good streaming day. So I'm lightly doing this just to make sure, because it is the V-fin. I don't want to overdo it. So I'm concentrating a little bit on it. I'm also using my nail to kind of check to see if the nub is still there. Every now and then. I'm excited for this build. I should probably not jinx it just because I did it this last time and I was disappointed, so. Hi! Yay, the newbie! Newbie emojis! So cute. I did take my dog to the vet 2 days ago? No. Yesterday. Yes. No. Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. She keeps getting herself a UTI, so we keep spending money on that. But we're getting ready to have her get ultrasounded so that she can, if if there's like anything wrong with her, in that aspect. So, I don't know why she gets UTIs too often. But weirdly enough, like, it just randomly happened the other day. She like, I guess while we were sleeping, she randomly peed outside in the living room, and she doesn't normally do that, or she normally lets us know in the middle of the night if she needs to go. But we did open our bedroom door, which don't normally do. So she got out and she peed outside, and then she also had an accident on the wood floor, which then we saw blood. So we're like, oh, it's a UTI. Like, she's had it enough times where I can indicate, like, well, she has a UTI. So we ended up doing that. So we had back-to-back doctor visits. So that was not fun for my wallet. Also, one of her original vet, I waited 3 hours for that. 3 hours. Because you can't just stand there anymore. They like take your dog in and you wait in the car. So I legit sat in my car for 3 hours. I'm just like, what? When is this over? So yeah, that took me 3 hours. Then we later on that evening, then we went to the other vet, and thankfully that didn't take as long. I know, 3 freaking hours of just sitting there. Thankfully, I was talking to my mom. My mom got a new job. Hooray! I congratulated her. So she's excited about that as well, because she's been scared of being unemployed soon, because there's always talks in her company for some reason that they're gonna get laid off or whatnot. So she has some, at least, safety net, I guess, in this case. So I'm excited for her about that. But yeah, newbie definitely costed me a fortune. But thankfully we do have pet insurance on her, so her deductible's paid off. Let's just say that for sure. Spring rolls. Spring rolls so good. What else went on this week? This week we are kind of transitioning into like going lower carb. I don't say low carb because it never happens because we don't go that deep. We go lower carb. So we have been trying to cut whenever possible. We're having a cheat day tomorrow, but we're doing like what you call it? Just no rice, no bread. Lower calorie tortillas if we needed to. trying to cut as much soda as possible, but I'm obsessed with soda, so it's gonna be hard. But yeah, just started to cook more as well and not go out, which we've been going out a lot just because of a lot of family situations that have been happening. And but yeah, been cooking at home. Made these like bomb ass lettuce wraps that were super easy to make. And I'm gonna be making them again. So good. And then I made carne asada with low calorie tortillas, which just kind of just taste like regular tortillas. But yeah, we need boba. We should. You want to do boba tomorrow night? Board game. I think we might do later. We might have to wait until we get back from Texas, maybe. But we're a little bit more cautious, you know. We might have to wait 2 weeks or something for quarantine in case of anything before we see you guys. There's other stuff happening, so. I know you work tomorrow night. I go see my cousin tomorrow, so I won't be able to do it in the afternoon, unfortunately. But yeah. We should do boba though, Eugene, tomorrow night. But yeah, let me know, Mike, if you don't work on a Saturday. Normally do a lot of stuff Saturday, but Jonathan has something on Saturday, so we won't be able to go out Saturday. I mean Sunday, sorry. Go out Sunday. He is busy. Another great thing happened. One of the bands that my husband has produced and recorded has been signed to a label, so he's been super happy about that. A lot of good stuff happening, at least on that end of stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on family-wise. I haven't streamed because I've been dealing with some news about my cousin. He is currently dying of cancer, and will probably end up passing. He stopped his treatments and just will pass naturally. So I stopped streaming, but we're gonna go see him tomorrow. So please take it from me. Treasure the people around you. Try to go see them, you know, safely. So, you know, if you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't be too afraid to kind of take the leap. Because I did ask him, I was like, how did you want us to celebrate your life? And he's just said, just don't be afraid of doing things that you've always wanted to do. So I'm passing that along to everybody. So, you know, it's sad, but at the same time, it makes me think a lot about, you know, everybody, you know, streaming and people near you, friends, family. Just, you know, keep them at heart. Check in on them every now and then. You know, play some games. Get some boba. Yeah, treasure them, Eugene. But yeah, so it's taught me a lot during this short amount of time. We're very lucky to have gotten together this past weekend to see him, and I'm gonna go see him again and spend as much time as he can while he's still here. So, but yes, that if there's nothing to take away from today, please take away just do what you want to do if it's safe and ethical, and you know, just treasure everybody around you. Doh. I treasure all of you guys too. You guys are my precious followers and subscribers and viewers. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Thankfully, work has been very accommodating for everything that I've been going through. So we'll see, what happens, in the future. So the good thing, if you have not seen my stream yesterday, is I finally got past me being stuck in Ori because I'm dumb and I don't read. I didn't read that there was an objective the whole time, so I was just roaming around. So that was fun. Also, I guess today was BlizzCon. If anybody has watched it, I did not, but I have heard a lot of news about it. Remake of Diablo 2. What else is there? I think that's then Diablo 4, 2022-ish maybe. But knowing Blizzard is normally going to be like way after. So I'm excited. It makes me excited to do. I'm thinking about going back into Diablo 3 and also back into StarCraft campaign, because I've started a long time ago, but I just never like really got into it. So let me know if you want me to stream it, because I'm probably gonna play some this weekend. And maybe I'll just go ahead and stream it while I play. Not really good at StarCraft anymore. I used to be. Used to play StarCraft 1 a lot. We played a lot of the custom games, because back then you can like create your. They have like these like modded maps and whatnot, so you can play like co-op with other people instead of just doing the normal like map mode. It's hard. Yeah, I know. I don't think they do very well with audience engaging. Like they don't engage their audience very well. So I'm not really sure. They're kind of flying under the radar to me. At least with a lot of stuff, but it at least piqued my interest to going back to, play StarCraft. Because I'm curious about it. Since I haven't played it in forever, and I don't play very many games because I can't. I have motion sickness. So whatever game I can play, I tend to play as much as I can, or like be able to just play a few. So being majority owned by, that's true for sure. They don't do much innovation for weekends remakes. Yeah, I mean it's a little hard, I think, now with everything, but that makes complete sense. I think for them, since they're such big companies, they kind of want to do stuff that are more like make them a quick buck. For Riot, I think a lot of it is dependent on their skin selling items, which I always fall for anyways because I play League and I always like the skins, so I always fall for that. But yeah, I mean it makes sense. Whatever's like popular, I think they're just trying to do that, which is the same. But I think the innovation kind of comes from a lot of like indie developers, right? So yeah, exactly. I haven't really played I don't think you can play Wild Rift yet. Hopefully I didn't say the bad part. So I didn't I don't think that's playable yet, so I'm not sure how setting is for that. But I will have to give it to them. TFT is pretty good on mobile because I play that a lot whenever I'm about to go to sleep. So I'm actually gonna use the white part on the clear parts because it's just better. Because it makes them not look like they're sanded. I don't think you can tell the difference in the what am I trying to say? In the camera. Because if you sand a clear part, it's gonna look very opaque, like it's cloudy. And then in order to not have that happen, you go ahead and use a high gloss sand, and then it kind of looks like brand new. So something to take away as well today. This is so worn out right now. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Ew. Ew. Bless me. It's changed so much when they're majority owned by China. Yeah, it makes sense. Came in like, wow, that's a really long time. Well, I guess it's coming from Japan, and then with like, you know, all the weird shipping stuff going on. How are you able to do the like, is there an English form now, or did like you do like a translation of like a Japanese form? Yeah, I, I mean, so the piece was free, but you had to pay for the shipping. Was that correct? Yeah, I think it really depends on the piece itself. It's like, if it's super crucial, then I would definitely either try to find it, or maybe buy another kit, depending on how much you value that kit, right? Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Submit the piece you need to get the box. Is it like purchasable? Like, do you purchase it anywhere in the United States, or does it have to be specifically Bluefin that you have to purchase it? Because I was always curious about like the replacement stuff. I think the issue with me for that is that I don't build until like years later, so it's already passed. So it's already past whatever date that I need to have to fulfill that. Yay! So we are done with. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's a good tip for everybody. I'm probably going to end up putting that in the Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, it is in the description below. I think it's in the About section. One of the mods will probably end up linking it on chat, but yeah, we have a Discord if you wanted to join it. If you have any tips or anything, go ahead and do that. And then if I end up playing games that have audience members or whatever, we can do Discord through there. So feel free to join whenever. And I have a sniffly nose now after sneezing. So we are done. I think I need to switch this because after sanding, I am getting a shit ton of like the particles from the sander. Yeah, I wonder what is considered like replaceable. Like, I wouldn't mind paying for it. I think that's the thing. Like, I won't mind paying for it if it's that crucial of a piece. All right. So I am going to panel line now. Let's see. Do I need a sticker? I do need a sticker. Where are my stickers? Did I put it in the book? Yes, I did. So I am going to cut this open. I don't know where my tiny scissors went. So I'm going to use my hobby knife. So it looks like this has dry transfers. And then regular stickers. I did order water decals for this kit, so that should be coming soon. I am debating whether to use the dry transfers or not. I think I'm gonna attempt to, just to practice, because I am absolutely horrible with dry transfers. So if they fail, I'll probably end up using the water decal version of it. So at least I have a backup for that. So I'm using the Tamiya panel line accent color. I think they did come out with new colors, so this is kind of like their new sticker. I'm trying to words today. They didn't have dark gray before, but I finally got that from a local store, which is grateful. So we are gonna shake things up. I am not sure. I'm wondering if I should go with the darker gray for the whites. Maybe I try out the lighter gray again, and if I don't like it, then I try it with a darker. I kind of like the dark gray. I don't 100% like, I don't like black on white, but we'll attempt it. So I normally just shake it. This is rather new, so it's not bad, but these have been like 3 or 4 years, no, more than that. Probably 4 or 5 years old. And they last. I've used so many. I use this stuff with so many kits. Probably should end up switching these out because it's probably too old of like ink. So we'll see. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think so because this one's like full. So I'm gonna try out the dark gray first, actually. So what I use to panel line is a comic pen. Helps with like finer lines if you want it. And I have a tissue so I can wipe off the ink. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So I'm gonna dip straight in. Get some of the excess off. I keep tilting it backwards. Then I know it's really hard to see the panel line, but once I do this, you can probably end up seeing it. I think I like the dark gray on here. Should have probably dusted this off before I do the panel line. I don't like too dark of a color, so on the white, probably because I'm just like that. Go ahead and fill up the front. And I think these parts get covered, so I'm gonna Try not to overdo it. Is it too dark? It should be fine. We'll test it out with this kit. Why not? Yeah, I like using the grays just because it kind of gives a little bit difference for everything. Kind of looks black to me too, though. The darker gray. We'll see how it goes. See if it's gonna focus for you. I got the sniffles. More loud cars. I feel like this should be a game. Each time a loud car goes by, like, something should be done. I don't drink, so I don't think we can do that, unfortunately. Go ahead. Super nice. I'm excited. I like Gundam Wing. I think as a kid, it's like super exciting, right? Whenever it gets on Cartoon Network and Tsunami and whatnot. But I remember like rewatching it as an adult, and it's like, what? I liked this one. The kits are amazing. I mean the like the Gundams themselves are amazing, but I'm not sure about the actual show. There's just definitely some questionable stuff happening in the show for sure. There are definitely a lot better Gundam shows than Wing, but it's just so iconic, right? 2 boxes. 2 boxes of what? Kits? Talking about that, I will need to. So I sanded the not Zazabi, the SD Zazabi. I am just gonna wait for. I need to go find some tape to do panel lining. Because I'm gonna attempt to do that on that kit. So I'm gonna wait. Maybe after this kit, I'm gonna go ahead and try out scribing. I am kind of waiting for the book that I pre-ordered to see. So doesn't seem like there's too many. I don't wanna thinking about doing the V-fin, but I kind of don't want to overdo it. So I'm probably just not going to. Oh yeah. Do you have 2 of them still? Let me know how that build goes, because if it's nice, maybe I check it out next time GameStop has a sale again. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. I'm gonna use thinner. I like to use my own little bottle. This is from Daiso, because there's a small hole, perfect for my smaller Q-tips. Yeah, it's like the new car smell, right? um. So I use Mr. Hobby thinner. I have a huge bottle that I do, and then I soak it with the Q-tip, and then dab it off because I don't want to overdo it with thinner because it could make the plastic brittle. And with older, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. With an older kit, it's more prone to do that, right? So. So I keep a lot of my kits in a DTOF. If you are not familiar what a DTOF is, then you've never bought one before or never been to IKEA. DTOFs is the glass thing, like display case from IKEA that a lot of people buy because they are nice and cheap. That's where we normally get our, cases. And so we have that, and it's in the corner in the living room. And our dog loves to run into it. So Dynamis has fell. Thankfully, nothing has broken, but it has fell, and we have not fixed it. But he's fallen because my dog's butt can't be controlled. So, and if anybody just entered in, that is taken out of context. So, just cleaning this up a little bit. I feel like I haven't shaken it up well with this one because I can kind of see it being like spotty. Let's see how that goes. Might need to shake that up more just by like looking at how it's being laid out right now on the kit. Let's see. It's nice to build again. Kind of miss it. It's nice and relaxing. I get to chill with you guys, bore you to death. Maybe. Yeah. This is not right. I think I need to shake it more because it doesn't look like... Let me see if you guys can see it. I use Mr. Hobby. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon. Let me check. I have it right here. Or not, yeah, Mr. Hobby, sorry. They like to call their stuff like Mr. So this is the one I use. It's pretty nice. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a huge ass bottle, so it's gonna take me forever. But I like using this one. You can use any other thinner, to be honest. Just be careful with it. Tamiya also makes thinner as well. I don't remember if I used Tamiya thinner before. I think that one's a little bit stronger. Don't quote me on that one. But I usually use that to thin out paint from Tamiya because I like to use brand with the same brand. Otherwise, like, you never know what you get. As far as if it's buyable on Amazon, I'm pretty sure it is. This one I bought it at a local store. So, if you do have a local store, try and see if they have anything like that. Yeah, I'm looking at this and it's not looking good. I might need to shake it even more. It's like particly. Like it has a lot of particles. That's right. It's not like streamlining. It's like after it dries, it has parts that is clear. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Yeah. Having just a like regular thinner is like pretty nice. Let's see if I can. I don't know even. Yeah, you can't really see. This one's fine, but the other one, this one, like once it dried, it was patches. Um, it was like some was dark and then some was light and then some was dark. I don't know if you can see it here either. It's really hard to see it on camera, but like it's like right here at the edge. Like it's not as smooth, and I think it's because I didn't shake it too well. I almost shook it with the cap off. Yeah, it's pretty easy with the thinners. Just use whatever. Just make sure you don't use too much of it. Kind of just take because of this one. This looks pretty nice though now. It looks nice when you apply it. When it dries, different issue. I'm gonna go ahead and reapply just to make sure it's like smoother. Reapply it. Yeah, like this front part, it was like all dark, and then when it dried, it was like all booty looking. Do same here. Not that dry. I think these other parts are fine because they're not as defined. Let's check out. Let's gonna redo the mouth. Sides. Oh, where did that one? Oh, it's all on my finger. Dab it a little bit. There you go. I didn't even know, like, because it's the Gundam marker remover. Is that thinner? Because I'm not really sure what's in that compared. I mean, if you are using Gundam marker, like, to do panel lining, I wouldn't do thinner, because I'm not sure how it reacts to that at all. What you can always do if you are using the Gundam, like, but if you use the Gundam like markers to do panel line, like the thin ones, let me see if I can find mine to give an example. Yeah. Yeah, if you use these ones, which is just a marker, like just a tip marker, these you can just remove with an eraser. Do they remove it rather well? I'm curious on that. Maybe it is thinner. Or lighter fluid. Because lighter fluid also gets rid of panel lines too. Apparently it's not as rough, like strong as thinner, but obviously be careful with it. Yeah, for sure. Gonna marker panel line is definitely a lot messier, because the pens are just a lot thicker, right? So, gonna wait for these to dry. They're pretty much done. Yeah, I guess if it works with the panel line, the Tamiya panel line, like, yeah, Otherwise, you can definitely try this thinner. I guess it's cheaper, maybe? I'm not really sure. How much is like the regular like Gundam marker removal thingies? Because it might be just cheaper to buy a big ass bottle of thinner. Because you can also use it to thin out paint, like lacquer paint. So this I cleaned. These I cleaned. This one, I think I did this one. Yeah. So after repanel lining, after shaking it a lot more and repanel lining it, it is a lot better. It's a lot smoother than it was before. I think the thinner already went. Yeah. They do. I think they also have smaller bottles. So if you wanted to just test it out and not like want to spend the money on the bigger bottle, feel free to just do the smaller bottle because I think they have a smaller, like a smaller size of it. I can definitely go and check it out and let you know too. But a lot of my stuff is from $1.50 store. I try not to overspend on a lot of stuff, like tools such as like the bottle, the Q-tips, as much as I can, like holders, like the container that I have like my parts in. That's like $1.50. Yeah. So time, the second time I did after I repanel lined it, it looks a lot better. So I think I just didn't shake it well enough. So I know next time that I need to shake it a lot more before I panel line. So let's see. Got a little messy in here, but it's going well. I think we'll definitely be done with the face. Might be able to start on the body, depending. There are a lot less parts in this build than the previous one, so I'm gonna get through this one a lot faster than I did with the other one. Now it's time to put the eyes on. My least favorite part. So I'm always like super OCD about it. So I use a hobby knife to try to get it out. Sometimes I have to like bend it a little bit to get at least a part of a corner so I can lift it. Yeah. So I'm able to put my hobby knife. I put my thumb down. Try to peel it off like that. I think I did this wrong though. Oh no, I did. I'm gonna go use my little handy brush just to make sure nothing, the particles are in there. Hate this part. Normally I started from the center because that's kind of the part that you see. I kind of use my pinky, to kind of anchor myself so I don't like move too much. Let's see. Concentrating. I don't push it all the way down. I kind of lift it off so I can kind of gauge where I'm at. So that looks good. So if it looks good, I'm going to start pressing it from the middle and going outward and trying to rotate it to fit where it needs to be. Perfect. Voila! I know. Stickers, this kit doesn't have very many. I mean, there's a lot of this, but they're all water decals, but like the foil stickers aren't too bad. Mm-mm-mm. There is one more sticker. No, two more stickers. So I'm wondering if I should put those on. I guess I'll put them on while we, because there's two more. Looks like. No, two more. Yes, sorry. Three more. I keep lying. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just start building this. Parts are tiny. So it seems like this might be smaller of a size than the RX-78. Shoot, I did it wrong. I did it wrong, guys. Let's see if I can push it back out. Let's use our handy. I don't think this is gonna work either. I'm gonna use some pliers to push the problem with streaming and building. Can't read instructions very well. Try using my hobby knife just to kind of jar it a little bit. Then using my part separator. Oh, my music stopped. I'm like, why is it so freaking quiet? All I hear is like street sounds. Sticker's starting to fall off, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Okay, wiggle it off. Repress the sticker back on. Hello! I like the name. Name is amazing. So I didn't actually sand this, and I need to, because it's not gonna fit. My hands are too big. Is it Brian? That's just an educated guess. Ah! I just got stabbed by my comic pen. Close. Ivan? Okay, so we're gonna go put that in, and then go ahead and this is a lot smaller. I was like, there's only a couple people that have that name. There we go. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead. So we're just gonna use this one. And we are inserting it into here. all the way through. I know. I know. It's just you or Brian that uses like weird names. You and the both Brians that uses weird names. Thank you for watching though. I'm glad you're watching. So we're gonna do number 1. Oh no. Gonna try and not screw this up. Again, lift it, bend it a little so it doesn't, I don't ruin the sticker because it is foil. Use both of my fingers to kind of navigate it. So there we go. There's another one. And then this goes right smack dab in here. Okay. I should need to cut my nails because they're a lot harder to deal with. We're gonna go put number 3 in on the back. Concentration. Oh, I think I bent it. I overdid it, guys. Rotate it. I could technically also use pliers if you need to, like using these instead. But I'm so used to using a hobby knife, so the thing I don't like about foil stickers is they don't stick very well. Like at all. You have to really press it inward in order for it to stick. So that's done. And we're going to go ahead and fit it into here. Same with the other side. Nice. Shower is always good. It's better than people not showering. 'Cause that is stanky. And I think we all know what whatever I'm talking about. So there is... Oh. I'm so afraid of cracking this because it's so thin. My hands are a little bit dirty from the ink, but we will probably end up going back over this with a thinner because I already see some like blackish stuff all over. Just to make sure. Who knows? So this goes like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to push that through. Okay. And then these go on the sides through the little 2 holes. Oh, that's cool, actually. That's like super slick right there. I can't. Oh, there it goes. I had to rotate it. Oh, that looks so good, what? Where does this go? Oh, this might be a part that's not. So sometimes parts kind of fall. I was like, what does this go to? So I panel lined that one already. And then we put the V-fin on. So this V-fin looks like a lot sturdier than the RX-78. Like, look how cool that is. Then it's number 2 that I need to put into that in here. Gonna go ahead. So instead of using my nail, I'm gonna use a clean Q-tip. I do too. I love the thinness version of it, and I want to build it. I'm probably gonna build it afterward. I actually have the clear. Is it? I have a clear coat version of it, I think. I have a regular version of it. I think I also have the clear coat version of it as well. Because it's like, when I watched Gundam Build Fighters, that was like my favorite kit. Because it is pretty much the wing kit, but it had different colors. Did you build it already? This head looks freaking slick. Even the lines are pretty well done. Like, even the, like the lines that are, you know, liking it so far. Totally digging it. I know, Anime Expo seems so far away. So, I'm gonna clear this up a little bit. And a little bit more. Kind of want to make it somewhat similar on each side. So kind of screwed up a little bit. Let's see. That I forgot to panel line the insides of these because you can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and panel line that. Oh my god, the first time I went to Anime Expo, it was ridiculous. I think I bought $3,000 worth of stuff. Like, no kidding. I bought so much. And I kind of regretted it, but at the same time, it was fun. Yeah, I bought a lot. But during that time, I was still living, you know, in Arizona. So you don't get those in Arizona. I'm going to go ahead and panel line the innards here because I did not know. That you can see this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Can't. So the issue with the new like panel line, having new panel line ink, is that it's too diluted. Is what I'm having an issue with. So I normally, if that's the case, you either do it multiple times, so it kind of just sticks there, or throughout time, I just leave this open while I do panel lining, and it kind of gets rid of the thinner that's in there, so that it kind of thickens it up a little bit. Yeah, honestly, I don't even remember what I bought. I think I bought a shit ton of Nendos during that time. It was crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. So I don't... I only streamed for an hour. Should we... Alright. Vote. Should we continue on to the body? Do I have time for the body? Or is it going to be too late for everyone? Can I do a poll? I'm trying to figure this out. I have a feeling I can. Somewhere. I can't do the whole thing, Ivan. Crap. Only the right... No! Not doing an arm, you weirdos. No, maybe not. Oh well. Do I do the body or not? That's the only one. No no other. Okay. I'll do the body, or I'll start it at least. What up? How's it going? So we're doing the body. I did not prep it again. So we are gonna do some sanding. Sanding. Good. It's nice seeing everybody on. Gonna go and start sanding. We did the head. If you guys just joined, looks phenomenal. Looks free. I think it's by far my favorite head so far out of all the Gundams. So nice. Did you actually build it? I'm gonna end up once it. Let's see. Yeah, thinner still works pretty well. I came back. This kit came out in 2013. It's an old kit. Looks so freaking sick. Nice. How do you like the kit? I'm liking it so far. A lot better than the RX-78 for sure. For sure. Hands down. I'm gonna go ahead and cut everything off while we discuss how old this kit is. Watch him like cut a leg off. Nice. I'm excited then. I'll take your word for it. I think my only worries about like the older kits is just how loose they are. Because I know the RS-78 was rather loose. So only thing I really worry about, but not something that you can't fix, right? I'm always so scared to do like transformations because I'm like, I like how it is. I don't want to break anything. I think that especially goes for like the master grade, sorry, not master grade, the unicorn kits where you like convert it to destroy mode. I can't, you can't do it like you can't do it between both. I wonder how it is with the crap, what am I gonna say? With the perfect grade. I wonder how that goes when you do transformation, is it, if it's easier or not, because I know the master grade isn't that easy to transform. Nice. Looking forward to finishing. I'm probably gonna finish this kit rather quickly compared to the previous kit, so then we move on to the next. Should we build the... Which one should we build next? Death Scythe? Keep the Gundam Wing building going. Again, I'm just cutting like parts, not all the way. Part of the way of the nubs, not fully. So that I have room to stand. Oh. Monthly book club? Do you read books? Because I don't. Nice. Krios. Man, Krios is so good. I love that kit. All the new master grades are freaking phenomenal. I think one like kit, how do I even say it? Monthly. I don't know if I'm gonna do a kit a month. That's pretty crazy. Me going at the pace that I'm going is already pretty damn fast compared to how I normally build. Streaming definitely forces me to build, you know, every week. So, because #life, of course. We should. I'm down. I'm totally down. We do a so I used to so long story short, I used to operate an anime group in... Actually, I created the anime group in Arizona, or Phoenix specifically, and we did build nights. And why not do the same and just do it on Discord? Shit! Mike, you got a point. You got a point. Gotta get something like that going. Do a Discord build night. That's what we should do. What do you guys think? That'd be fun. I think it'll be fun. Chatting up, building, showing off our builds. Cause so, for sure. Kiko awareness. Do you know? Kiko awareness sounds like I'm dying, or like I'm a disease. Oh, I don't have that set up. Can someone post the Discord link? It's also in my about as well. I'm not sure if it shows. Feel free to join. We should definitely do something like that. I think that would be cool. Good suggestion, Meg. Gold star. You get a gold star. How about that? What? Gold star. There's a lot of stuff I still need to set up with the stream. Just haven't really had time with, like, you know, the family issues and everything. So hopefully I'll set up more. Then I'm also supposed to do content for my YouTube. I also haven't been doing that at work. Awesome, thank you. Excited. Okay, so we got all the noobs off of our body. I'm gonna go ahead and trash them. Again, I keep these until I finish building the kit in case I accidentally put one apart in the trashy trash, because I've done that before. There was no return, so we are good. Nice. Yeah, I definitely need help posing because I'm not very good at it. So feel free to give suggestions or tips, even though we have a tip section on our Discord too. So again, anybody joining us, because I think there's a lot of new people coming in. I am using the racer to do my sanding because it's amazing. It's a new way of sanding. It's a tempered glass. It's like a file. And you don't have to waste it. It keeps going. Oh my god, how am I going to sand this piece, guys? Maybe I should just cut the nub off of this one, because I'm not... There's no way I'm sanding that. Shit. OCD self is not giving it a break. Finding a way to sand. So there's a Gundam that I absolutely love posing. It's just not posable. And I need to fix it. I don't have it with me, but I have it back home. It's the full cloth crossbow. No, crossbone, sorry. Friday. It's because the joints are so loose he can't hold up the gun, like, at all. So, but I really like everything about that kit other than it being completely loose and stuff falling apart. So I need to fix that kit. Definitely gonna... I think that would be a good stream to just have everybody tell me how to fix it. Because it is pretty shitty, honestly. It's a shitty kit, but I absolutely love the look and the weapons of it. It's just not done well. I think it's definitely a lot older kit too, so that doesn't help. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because I tend to pull pieces toward me when I sand because I can't see. What is everybody's favorite kit so far? Mine, Ooh, mine is the Dynamis right now. Prior to that was even after doing the Krios or not Krios. I keep saying it wrong. Kyrios. Um, it's I just like that kit better. I can't understand why. Man, these pieces are small in this kit. Not even notice it. Ah, I'm gonna lose pieces. I think that's my favorite kit so far. I think the other one was the Re 100. I forgot which one it was. That was also another favorite. Like that line, I wish they made more of because I absolutely love that like line. It's like a good in between a master grade size with a high grade like kind of I wouldn't even call it a high grade because it's a little bit more complicated than high grade. So it's like the middle ground between high grade and master grade, and just done so well. I feel like it's done very very well, but they don't make too much of it, which is sad. Wish they made more of it. Like it a lot. Part sanded. do, 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 do. So I am thinking, well, after Ori, so I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest on Tuesday. I mean, not Tuesdays, Thursdays. I finally got unstuck, so that's good. So hopefully I complete the game soon because I do want to stream other games as well. I'm not sure if I want to like alternate, but I kind of wanted to start streaming, possibly streaming StarCraft, the campaign mode, because I haven't played StarCraft in forever. You guys can suffer with me. Just like watch me constantly die. That would be amazing, right? So I have to be careful with the flat parts because I have to make it flat, otherwise it's gonna bevel it. And then every now and then I have to wipe it off of like for the particles that are stuck in there. And if you've never used the racer before, I highly recommend it. Especially if you use a lot of sandpaper, because sandpaper you always have to like replenish, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And then it's like 4 or 5 rounds if you really want to get like it being nice. I highly recommend buying one of these because it's freaking amazing. Helps us decrease the amount of time that I sand. So I don't mind sanding as much anymore compared how I like used to. Like I hated sanding. Still hate it, but it's not as bad because it's not like a gajillion times that I'm sanding. All right, I'm going to switch this one. So this is pretty much gone. Goes bye-byes. Oh, I go check. Looking snazzy. You know what pose we need? We need a dab. I'm surprised nobody like posted a Gundam dab pose yet. That is what is needed in that section. That is what we are missing in our life. I know. It's so cool. The GN drive is so freaking cool in those kits, in those new kits. It's phenomenal. Absolutely love them. I keep forgetting what batteries they take though. And I need to buy more batteries, actually, talking about that. Because I don't actually have my GN drive in for Curious. Unfortunately. I also have another LED that is yellow. Yeah. Yellow for my RX-78, which I also need batteries for. So, but yeah, my goal, I think my goal this year, other than like finish a lot more kits, is to get a perfect grade of Exia. Exia perfect grade. Oh, so pretty. That's like the kit that I want to get. When my husband said, "Oh, I'll buy you a perfect grade," it was between that and unicorn, and obviously I picked unicorn because unicorn's my favorite. Thank you. I will have to look those up at a local, like, I think they're at like pharmacy stores. So I'm gonna go ahead and go and look this weekend. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. Pew. So. Using my little brush. Let's brush off the sanding. I'm gonna be done with this kit in no time. I'm probably gonna be prepping this kit this weekend. I'm also I'm thinking about streaming StarCraft this weekend, but we'll see. Maybe on Sunday. Maybe you'll randomly see me pop in. I mean, you could kind of fake the GN particles, right? Like you can buy one of those like party lights and just have it all green and just like have it splash all over your room. And you can be in your dream. Be freaking cool. I thought they were making like a sequel to Double O, I guess an additional season. But I haven't heard anything about it lately. Has anybody like heard anything about it? I already start ruining this one because I already feel. Again, I'm using the white side because it's like a buffer for gloss. I'm gonna use that on the clear parts because then it makes it look like you haven't sanded the parts. So I'm only gonna use it on the clear parts. I don't know if it's, yeah, you see that gloss. It's different. Should have showed you the before. It's like fully gloss now. Sanding is so boring. What else? What else is going on in the world? Nothing really. Apparently there's like high-speed chases all over our areas in the LAs. I feel like there's more and more people that are getting more and more desperate. Getting more and more carjackings and stealing, and then apparently shootings. It's crazy. This world is crazy. Be safe, people. Where's my brush? It's the seat. This is good. Now I got to sand the person. Get the sand hero. Sand. Who's craving boba? Because I'm craving boba right now. Boba to win, guys. So, it's so hard to sand him, so I'm gonna just cut it with... Because God hand nippers are just so well. Like, you can do it so well. How's everybody doing tonight? Just watching me sand. Oops. So we are on the body of the wing. Proto. I already did the head. We're moving along. If this was prepped ahead of time, I probably would have already been on the arms. Just crazy. That's a good thing, right? So I gotta go ahead and use the gray side of this. And get rid of all this friggin' dust. I like this little brush. Has anybody done scribing before? Because I'm gonna try and learn. I just don't know really where to start. I'll start learning after this kit, I think. I need to go buy tape, masking tape, to try and do like guidelines instead of just freehanding it. But that's definitely one thing I want to learn this year, is to like scribe and paint. I already bought hand paint as well, so we'll see. We'll stream my pain points, my pain in learning how to scribe and learning how to paint, hand paint specifically. good thing also about sanding it with the eraser is that with sanding sponges, sometimes when you sand, it gets the color into the sanding paper, and if you sand the white parts, it transfers that other color that you did onto it. So I normally do like white first before I sand any color, and then cut off that excess like piece if I were to start sanding white again. But with the eraser, you don't need to do that because it's glass, so it doesn't take particles with it, as well as like it doesn't take like colors with it either. So yeah, go ahead and post it on the Discord. I will go and check it out after the stream. Feel free to post your pictures. Also, let me know if you do stream yourself. You know, I always want to support everybody here. So let me know and I'll follow you and watch a stream and chill. I try to at least when I get the time, because a lot of the times it's pretty hard. So this one, I'm feeling that I might have to sand with regular due to, so this part isn't completely straight. This part goes up, so it's really hard to sand here, because if I start trying to get this, I'm going to sand all of this. So, because I already start seeing like the marks. So I might just do sandpaper. You guys get to see how I do sandpaper because it's not fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do this part first though. So I'm going to just do sandpaper whenever I absolutely need it. I'm not a huge fan of going back to, well, sanding sponges. Sanding sponges I feel are better than sanding paper. My sandpaper. My sand sponges. So this is 400. 600. I need to get rid of some. 1500 and 1000. And fortunately, I lost my small scissors. But so we're gonna go ahead and sand here. So I'm gonna start with a 400. See how bad it is compared to like, it's pretty bad actually. Before that, normally I like to take it down since we're doing sandpaper. Use a hobby knife to kind of flatten the surface a little bit, so I don't have to sand as much. Like pushing my mic. Okay, so that's the 400, and then I go back over it with the 600. You want to keep doing this so that you don't have your scratches, because the higher the grit, the better it's gonna get. You won't see your sanding marks too much. So that now I'm doing the 1000 grit, and then I'm gonna do the 1500. I'm probably gonna top it off with the balancer just to, you know, because I think it's an even finer grit. So that's how I do it with sanding, with the sanding sponge. Not a huge fan of it compared because it just takes forever. Forever. Where like this, I can just do this and then do the other one and I'll be done instead of like 4 steps. So, but in this case, I have to do it because I don't want to ruin the part either. So just take, that's the only downfall to this compared to sanding sponges. It's just not as, mobile, like, movable. So. Okay. I'm gonna go, might as well, since I have the sanding sponges out, I'm gonna go ahead and do this other part. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it downward. Stress marks normally happen if you cut it that far inward. Sometimes you can get rid of it with like your thumb, your nail. Doesn't look like you can. Okay. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't. So then going on and go with the 400 grit. If you are using sandpaper, you do kind of want to level out the nubs so you don't have to sand the whole part continually to get to where it needs to be. Where the eraser, it's kind of better for you to sand higher just because it tries to get rid of the stress mark, but it doesn't always do the case. So 600. Sanding sponges are also, I feel, better because I can just use it to get rid of the dust. I'm gonna go ahead and use the balancer just for a final finish. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. You see that? You barely see it, but it's the blue. Is what I'm saying. Like if you were to sand a white part afterward, this blue would transfer. So just gotta be careful with that too. Gonna go ahead and use the eraser for the rest. The nub marks. Makes a funny sound too. Cool. That's good. For there. For that. So I'm gonna sand it. So I had to sand it flat this way, and then I'm gonna have to sand it flat this way. Just not sure if it's gonna like me too well doing that way. Looks like it worked. I kind of feel it with my fingernails, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through it again. I always do the fingernail test because that's kind of normally how I feel it out. If that's like completely sanded or not. What do you get for us? You get some tacos? Oops. I just threw my piece. Get some tacos and get some curly fries. Yeah. Yeah, the round parts are definitely bad. Like right now, I'm sanding the round part. I kind of have to keep an eye on it whenever I'm sanding it in case like I fudged up. So if you find that you're overcutting a lot of the round parts, and like it's relatively visible, I would definitely just switch to like your original way of sanding, just to be safe. Like I feel like if I were to like this kit is kind of like whatever um to me, so it's not like I absolutely need it to be like 100% perfect. But if I were to if I were to do the master grade, I think I would go back to my normal sanding for round parts and not use the eraser and just use eraser for flat parts. That's kind of that's a lot of sanding though, right? If you make it flat. Yeah, I kind of what I try to do is I kind of just move it back and forth if it's like a rounded surface. Sometimes that helps, but it still like cuts it a little bit too much. Still, so. But I have gotten a lot of people liking it, so that's a good thing. It's definitely new. Um, I did wanted to try a different glass. So now I won't know what they're called. They're called glass files. I did want to try another like micro glass like file just to kind of compare, because this is what 30. I think around $30. This is about $30, and the other one I saw was like 12. So I wanted to see what the difference is and if the other one was better or not. But sold out. So I'm gonna probably check again just to see, because I really want to do a comparison. Because why not get the cheaper one? As much as I like this brand, I feel like if you can save money, like why not, right? So. Nice. I haven't really transformed it, just because I don't normally like the transformations. I like to just keep it the Gundam way. So again, round parts I kind of wiggle it. It's a lot easier on. I don't know if like you guys have the same thing, but like it's a lot easier on softer, like plastic, like the gray plastic is a lot easier because it tends to like just melt the part. It just melts like um the nub off of the part. Hold on. I need to let my dog outside the room. Give me a second. Oh, really? That's unusual. Normally, those are the ones that I actually get pretty good on because they kind of just, after a while, they kind of just disintegrate. Um, it's the harder plastic that I find like much harder. See, like this part, I constantly like look at it after I stop. I kind of move it back and forth, kind of wiggle it in like the round position. And then you start seeing it white. That's when you know like you're starting to get the plastic, like the softer plastic off. And then after a while, when it gets like really white, it just peels off. And then I kind of just stop there. Again, using the fingernail test too. Really? I guess we get to we get to try a red one today. I haven't really tried too much. I think the RS-78 was the first kit that I did with the racers. So far enjoying it. Definitely has its quirks for sure. So yeah. So I just say like go lighter if possible, and see if that helps, and then definitely stop and look, because that's what I'm doing. I kind of just see how far I get, because I don't want to go too far, because you can definitely go far with this for sure. So the round part looks good. So you just gotta finagle it and kind of get used to it, because it took me a while to kind of get used to like how to do it. But I feel like the softer plastics are definitely a lot easier than the harder ones, the harder plastics. Oh no, I messed it up here. My table's a mess right now. My hands are starting to hurt. That's another issue with sanding after a while, because you're like pinching the piece while you're sanding, so like my joints start to hurt on my fingers. Only well, not the only downfall of sanding. I guess sanding in itself is just a downfall. I think I've seen like seeing videos in like a lot of like Korean builders. I've seen that there's like services that sand the parts for you, and you just get things just back sanded. And I'm just like, damn, where's that service in the US? You know, just have all the parts sanded and just all baggied up for you, and you're ready to just build. Business idea, guys. Someone go ahead and do that. Give me a share when that actually happens. Yeah. And like having people pay for it. Because I know, depending on the price, obviously, if it's worth it, I'll definitely pay for it. All right, have a good night, Dominic. I don't know. Like, I like building it. I don't like sanding it. Like, if I were able to hand the sanding off to somebody else, like, totally down for it. I like the building part. It's just the sanding part. Like, I absolutely wish, like, I didn't ever have to do. But I don't know. I don't know if enough people, like, do that or have a deep hatred for sanding as much as I do. Because I know I definitely have a deep hatred for sanding. No, there's a metal build Dynamis? What? Sounds amazing. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because I'm starting to pull these pieces near me because this one's harder to sand. Ooh, that looks cool. I'll have to like take a look at the picture for it because it sounds pretty bomb. I love the dance. That's my favorite. That's my favorite 00 Gundam out of all of them. I just like the sniper rifle. It's just so freaking cool. So I've built so many master grades so far. I don't even, and these parts I'm having like trouble holding because they're so small. I can only imagine going back to high grades, how tiny it is, or even real grades. I mean, I guess real grades and high grades are the same scale, but woo, I don't know if I can do that again, guys. Alright, let's see if you guys can see. So you see how like dull that is after sanding? If I use the white part of the balancer, it's gonna change. If I can hold the piece. It's pretty much you're buffing out the, just makes a really squeaky noise. You see how the difference? Compared to that, makes a difference. So I always highly suggest using the buffer on clear parts because it definitely helps. And I'm having trouble holding these pieces. Okay. Oh, yeah. Slowly getting there. I'm slowly getting there. Oops, I did not want to buff it on the... There we go. I was like... I'm trying to be a little bit more delicate with the balance because I don't want to overuse it as much. So I'm kind of like doing this lightly on the side as possible. So feel the knob mark. It's gonna be difficult. because I can still feel I can still feel it with my fingernail. I'm a little worried about using the eraser on this part right now, actually, but we'll fill it out. Go along with the flat surface. See how that goes. I might have to switch. We'll see. Still feels something weird. Okay, I think that's better. This is like right on the corner, which is weird. Just a reminder, if you guys do have channel points, there are community challenges. We did complete one yesterday. Thank you for everybody contributing. I am going to figure out when and where, like when I'm going to be doing that giveaway. But there is a tools one still up for the next, I think, 14 days because I extended it due to not being able to stream. So feel free to add to it. I'll have to get more ideas on what to do as community challenges as well. But for now, giveaways sound like a good plan. Makes everybody happy. Sanding is difficult. Boring. I'm about done though. I think I only have a couple pieces left, so hopefully that's gonna be good. Thankfully, this one isn't as bad as the previous build, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut those snubs off on this one. I don't think I need to. If you have not have God hand clippers, get some. It's so good. It cuts it like butter. So I did watch a video. I discovered a video on YouTube that for someone I follow in Korea that built Gundam, and he was comparing like the Japanese God hands with like apparently there's a Chinese version. I didn't really understand what he was saying, but it's just by looking at the video, it seemed like it did pretty well against it, which is kind of crazy because God hands are pretty crazy. So now I'm super curious about that. Not sure where I can find one because I don't actually know the brand's name. It seems if it can compare to that and it's cheaper, like I am all down for that. Thankfully, I got a lot of my God hands when it was like really cheap. I think I got them for like $40, which is like super cheap for God hands. Super duper duper cheap. Because I think they run like around 80. 60 to 80 now, I think. Depending on where you get it. Mm-hmm. 2 more pieces! Yay! Now I get to build it. Alright, I have to use a sanding sponge for this case. Because it's too close to this, where if I'm gonna sand it, and it also is a little bit of a curve. Oh, someone's gunning it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the sandpaper on this part instead. So I cut it pretty much to what it needs to be. And trying to smooth it as much as I can with the knife. And then I'm gonna start sanding. This is the hard part to sand, actually. Checking it with my fingernail too, to see if I need to go any further with the X-Acto knife. I'm just gonna cut myself in stream. Just watch. One of these days it's gonna happen. So lately I've been trying to correct my sleeping habit. Because normally I'm a night person. I hate the mornings. I'd rather do everything at night. But lately I've been trying to sleep at 12. Which is not going to happen today, which is fine. Because it's the weekend. But that's what I've been attempting to do. And then waking up at 8 o'clock, which is also not a fun time for me. Because I normally sleep a lot longer. I guess just to give time for me to be able to kind of, prep for the day and, be able to cook instead of going out to eat, which has been a transition that I've been needing to make. So that's been hard because I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Waking up at 8 o'clock. I'm just like, I don't want to wake up. I just don't want to wake up at all. And let me sleep for like 5 more hours. Is that the... No. I was like, I don't think that's the only place where... Itchy. So. One more part. Yay. Last part. You know what? Sanding red is definitely different. I wonder if it's like a different material that they use for it. Let's work it there. Last piece. Oh. Try and then we can go ahead and start panel lining and putting this together, guys. Then I'll call it a day. Did pretty good today. Only wanted to get the head done, but it looks like we are gonna get more done today than normal, even with sanding. Okay, let me clear off my sanding stuff, get that out of the way. Oops. Let's go outward. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably start putting this together and then panel line at the same time while I'm going through. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this part here. So this gets inserted like that, because that's where most likely a backpack or a wing is gonna be at. And we're gonna insert this one in here. So it lines up. Then we're gonna put the pilot. So I normally panel line the cockpit, but I don't want to this time around because it's legit just gonna get covered. So I might panel line the outside of it if it's being seen. So this hero has been inside the cockpit. Let's see, where is, so this goes right, I guess here, and gets inserted. Looks like it gets inserted here. Does it lay right on top? Looks like it lays right on top. Seems like it's supposed to slide in and out. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna close it. Oops. Pilot down. There we go. It's a little tricky. Gotta make sure. There we go. Sweet. Gonna dust that off. So what we're gonna do, dust this part off too. I'm gonna put the two arms in. Let's see. How does one go about? Okay, I think it goes this way. And then this one goes this way. And then we're going to be putting out the other parts, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and panel line this before anything, and then I'm going to panel line the other parts before anything as well. So, this is using black. I'm going to go ahead and shake it, shake it. So far the parts are pretty well done in this kit. There's not too many. I mean, there's a minor gap in them right here. Nothing like super crazy though that I see. Oh. Alright. The blank is a little stuck. Oh no. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Oops. My stickers flew away. Ooh, I almost tipped the panel line thing. That would not have been cool. I'm gonna go ahead and nice. How is it? How is it, Twisted? So you can see compared to the new ink is not as like flowy. Which is kind of what I want in a way. So kind of use it more like a pen. I normally panel line the insides, just, you know, you never know when it is being shown, so you don't need to do this though. I'm just being a little bit more anal than normal. Well, not normal. That's just kind of what I do, but you never know. Nice. How are like the joints and everything in that kit? I'm always afraid of loose joints because I've had an issue with like the full the crossbone full cloth one. It's just like I can't even hold up a gun. So we're gonna let that sit. And so we are gonna do the two sides in the bottom part. So we're gonna go ahead and just panel line those while that one's sitting, and then that way when we clean that, the other parts should be done. I guess I shouldn't have wiped off that. Well, I guess that's not too bad if they're stiff. I think I'd rather have it a little bit stiffer than loose, because at least like through time, if you move it around enough, that it will loosen up. So I am definitely looking into that kit though, because I think like Mike has said that that's the one that's on sale a lot of the times when it's on GameStop. So definitely gonna look into that one. I guess I'm not a huge fan of the wings. I've never was, but I don't know. Maybe that kit will change my mind. What do you guys think? Okay, so that's pretty much done there. Let's see what else is gonna get done. I think this blue part is gonna be next, so I might as well just panel line that while I'm waiting for the others to dry. See if it'll focus for you guys. I just like it thicker. Just flow. It doesn't flow as well, but at least I have control over it compared to the other one where like it's just not showing at all after a while. At least with the black, like after using it for so many years and having it open all the time, that I just have better control over it when I use the comic pen. So that's just something to also keep in mind if you are using these panel line kits, that if it's new, you're gonna probably have to go over your lines multiple times because you probably won't, they'll probably disappear due to the thinner that's in them. But after you use it for a while and you have it open, it's gonna become, the ink's gonna become thicker. So I'm out of ink, and then it'll be, I think it'll be easier for you to kind of go not needing to do it multiple times. Which kits do you have on pre-order? I'm waiting for the Virtue to get on pre-order. And if anybody knows that that's on pre-order, please let me know, because I am going to pre-order that shit so fast. That's done. All these other ones, oh, I guess I can just panel line this top part, because this one's pretty good. I think there's a little bit of a gap on top, but not too much. Then let's go ahead. I'm just gonna panel line everything. Why not, guys? I haven't found any kits that I want to order yet. It's just because I've been so used to master grades. I'm just looking for master grades right now. Not really looking, or re one blah 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 blah. The re 100 kits as well. So it's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Just dot these in the center. Sorry, you probably can't see it, but I can't hold it because it's so tiny. Okay. This probably just needs the sides. I'm out of ink again. Cool. So I got majority of the colored ones already done. I think I'm gonna wait on the white parts, because I think we'll have to do it twice because of the darker gray that we have is new, so we're gonna have to double it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through and clean as much as I can. There's something that I did pre-order. I pre-ordered some what do you call these? These mats. This like green this green mat, but it has like the Gundams on it. That was pretty damn cool. I posted it in the Discord a long time ago, so like, yeah. If you wanted to check it out, you can always go into the Discord to see as well. Okay, that's clean. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning these pieces as well. I think that's good. I'm enjoying this kit so far, actually, compared to the previous kit, and they're both in the same year. Again, I haven't really tried out the joints yet, so I can't 100% say, but like building it wise, I enjoy this kit a lot more. There's a lot less faults with it that I'm seeing. It's easier to build for sure, but that's because it has less parts. It's the other one is supposed to be like kind of a hybrid of real grade and a master grade, so it's understandable. But it just didn't feel right to me for the other kit. So, all right, let's go ahead and build this together. Let's see. So let's follow instructions. So this goes in first. Just snap in. It's not fully snapping in. Looks about snapped in. Let's see if I can wiggle it anymore. Nope. Okay, so I think that's as far as it goes. Then we are going to do this in here. This doesn't look right. No, it's correct. Am I doing something wrong? I would not be surprised if I was doing something wrong with this. Is it? It's probably this arm. Yeah, it's the arm. Okay. So I move this upward. Cool. It's looking sleek so far. Okay, so on to the next one. It's gonna be this. So I'm gonna have to clean this now. Probably gonna need more thinner. It's looking good. Sweet. Then I guess we insert these in here. There we go. These parts. So it's like this goes in. Let me zoom out a little bit. So it's just insert in, and then here you go. So we're supposed to push these ones back. And then this goes in first. There we go. So I see dust in there already, and it's bugging me. Oh wait, I didn't push the other one far enough. There we go. There's the snap. Yeah, this is actually the seam lines are actually really well done in this kit compared to the other kit. Which I dig it a lot more. Makes a lot more sense to me for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and put the top on apparently. So it goes right there. So since we have that there, we're gonna go ahead and do the panel line. Actually, no, before that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the little center. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one compared. It's starting to get ruined. Gonna clean it up. Newbie has decided to join. Join me with her presence. Okay, so that's good. What else do we need? Where's the gray one? We're gonna go ahead and just clean the sides of this. And then we're good. So I guess this goes in this way. Like that. And then this goes on top of it. Like that. It's kind of... Oh, no. No, it goes in. Kind of the signature. Trying to get the dust out of there. The signature of the Gundam. Looks like the opening goes here. It goes straight in. So I think this pulls out. Yeah. So this pulls out. Super duper duper cool. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna clean this as well. And then this is gonna be placed. Let's pull this out. This is gonna be placed right on top. Yeah, this kit is just so well done compared, and I'm a bit sad about it because I wish it was. I wish the RX-78 was just better. If it was done like similar, not as flimsy, I think it would make the kit a lot better, but just unfortunate. So we still have the Gatling guns, but I'm gonna go ahead and panel line the top first, cause I want to just finish it. I'm almost done. Yay! Doing a lot of the shaking. This one I have to shake a lot because this is the new one. It's not as thick as the other one, so I want it to. So we might need to panel line it a couple times. So since we're doing that, we might as well do a lot of the white pieces, which I think is there's only one that we need to do, which is the neck. Okay. Because I think we're going to have to do this 2 or 3 times because it's so watery and it kind of just disappears. If you see it. I don't think you can see it. It's too bright. Not so bad so far. So hopefully with it dried, then it's going to be better. We'll find out. We'll find out if we need to redo it. I'm going to go ahead and do the neck now. Just 2 places. Go ahead. Side part. Perfect. Gonna just drop that there. Let that sink in. It looks like it's working. I think you just need to shake it. Messed apart. I think you need to shake it a lot compared. Not sure how I'm gonna clean that, but we'll figure it out, right? So we're gonna go ahead and put the little guns in place. I'm gonna close this before I knock it over and regret everything that I do. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's see. Looks like this goes in here. Looks like it. I don't know if it makes a difference of where it goes. Oh, there it goes. And then this is right on top of it. So I'm gonna snap. Oh, I don't want to break this. This part seems rather Ooh, I can't get it through. So I'm having a trouble getting it through there. Oh, there it goes. Because the side pieces are rather thin, so I have to be careful to not snap it. But that looks clean. So what does this? So this rotates upward to reveal the gun. But it doesn't necessarily stay. Am I doing it wrong? No, that's right. That's right. Alright. Then we go ahead and insert it in here. Right on top. Same with this side. Put the gun in the middle. Slowly put this in and not break anything. There we go. Okay. Put that in. Sweet. We are done with the body pretty much. Now I just need to clean it all and then put the head on it. It should be good. That's not completely dry. So I'm gonna use a new one. And because it's so small in there, I'm gonna go ahead and do my, I'm gonna pinch it. What I do is I take my fingernail and I pinch the top of the Q-tip to make it thinner so that you can get into the thinner places and clean it better. Still has some limitations, so the issue is because it's so concentrated in that one area, we're gonna have to use more Q-tips, unfortunately. I like to not use as much Q-tips as I can. Again, I pinched the top because it's so small. It's such a small area. It's pretty dirty still in there. Not a huge fan of. The new ink is always so messy, which is unfortunate. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Kind of pushing it in because I need to reach some places. That's a lot better though. Make sure I don't put any sides here. So we're good there. And then we're gonna go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. And we're done, guys. I don't know how you guys convinced me to do the body. So this, where does this go? Which way does it go? The front flap is larger. Haha. Yes. Our creation is done for the head and the body. Snap. Yeah. Definitely a lot tighter of a kit. I don't. Give me a second. Articulation of the head is mainly for this and rotating, but it can't go any further back than that. It's mainly dependent on this bottom part, so just be aware of that. But it's pretty tight. We did it. So yeah. So far, great kit. I really like a lot of it. See. See it being dirty. I love it so far. It's really good. I can't wait for me to do the alternate version of it. This part is super cool. You know, being able to pull this in and out. It's like tight. It's not loose. So like if I were to do this, it doesn't come out. I really like that. This part, it's a little loose, but it doesn't matter because those aren't going to be doing anything. If you do it upside down, it's not going to come off. So that's a good thing too. But dig in it. Thank you guys for watching and staying on with me for this long. You guys are crazy. I am a couple things. There is still the community challenge. We completed. I am building the Proto, the wing Proto. Let me zoom out for you. Voila. This is the kit we're building. One of the better looking kits that I've seen. I just love the wing, the way it looks. So yeah, body done. Body and head done. It's a lot smaller than the R78, but it looks really clean. I really enjoy this kit so far. Stuff is not loose. Things are pretty damn tight. For it being the same kit, I'm just like, why don't you build it similar? So what was I talking about? Community challenge. If you do have channel points, go ahead and do either the community challenge or individual challenge. It's up to you. We did complete the SD high grade giveaway, so I am gonna plan that out and see what I can do there. The other one, we still have 14 days of. I extended it because I haven't been really streaming before, so we do have 14 days left on the other one, which is a giveaway for tools. So feel free to contribute, and I will be doing the giveaways for that hopefully relatively soon. And if you have not joined the Discord, please join if you want to. We're thinking about doing a Gundam build night on Discord, so it's gonna be amazing. Awesome. That's nice that you finished your build. I'll have to see what that is, because I don't recognize the name of it at the moment. What else is there? My music stopped. It's weird talking in silence. Discord, Instagram if you want to follow me. I don't post too much lately just because I just haven't been getting my Gundam my content for Instagram going yet. So I'm gonna do that. And thank you for watching. I am gonna stream Ori and the Blind Forest again on Thursday at 9 PST. So if you wanted to join, you can go ahead and watch me pass more time there, because we finally figured it out and I'm not stuck anymore on that game. And then I am going to be streaming again the Proto build at 9 p.m. PST on Friday. So I hope to see you guys. Thank you for kind of going on with the build, because it's actually a long time. I think it's 3 hours. We're on 3 hours. It's pretty long. So thank you for staying on, and thank you for everything. Again, join the Discord if you want to chat. I'm always on there. I'm gonna answer any questions or we share experiences, and we're gonna figure out this build night hopefully soon. So please join. And you guys have a good rest of your night or morning if you guys are in a different country. So I will talk to you guys next week, and I'll see ya.